Okay, back to where we left off. So we got Master Orc versus Maxim Horvath and Mesagog. So we see Master Orc has got himself cornered by the two Morganian leaders, Mesagog and Maxim Horvath. Hold on. Hold on.
Before I rearrange your DNA for good.
Well, that sounds dangerous. I mean, it sounds kind of deranged in a way. So yeah, I know that Mesagog is basically just a Dr. Jekyll to his human counterpart, which is Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of way, but instead he is his own character. He's basically like just a humanoid dinosaur, which is similar to Atlantis in a way. I think I'll leave the link down below to the backstory, so you might get it. On the Villains War Wiki, that is. Or as it's known as Disney vs. Non-Disney Villains Wiki. One Power Ranger villain fighting against another Power Ranger villain with the help of a Disney live-action villain. You see the way he's fallen off by Maxim Horvath when he pushes him with magic? Look. Whee! That's not him panicking that he's fallen. He's just on his bungee cord and he's like, whee! Whee! That's something Homer Simpson would do. If he enjoys something. So these two win the next fight, Dee and Amy versus Quackerjack. So Dr. Draken gets a visit to Dee and Amy, and how did that go again? Request her with a list of the ones active in Khan's industry. Okay. Oh, and this fight was made by a 73 win man. Cool. So she enters and... I think that camera was used, that was from G.I. Joe, wasn't it? Interesting using it as footage for the cameras. So it looks like Quackerjack's already here, and... yeah, the whole cuddle buddy thing, it's just kind of weird. The way she mutates the animals, and yeah, it's deranged, but it also just ruins it, because it's like, flipping Care Bears rip-off in a way. And I know Quackerjack is basically like the parody of the Joker, for Batman. Yeah, you can probably tell it. I guess he got away on that giant shoe. Huh. Okay, so now for the interlude, we see the Huntsman along with the Huntsgirl, which is Rose, having a secret meeting with Lord Cedric, who, offers some truce, and he gives him this blue beetle, which the one he got from... I should probably look that up about that beetle. It's the one he used just to raise the Hunts clan back from the dead, from the ancient times. Hold on.
Finally, my army of Hunts clan can now be reborn.
I guess he's using it just to help Frollo facing off against more magical creatures, I guess. So we see Prince Phobos having a... what was it again? While Prince Phobos checks on his private recruiting program. Wonder what that could be. And then we see the orcs after their humiliating fight against the Morganians. Hold on.
We just forget we ever found this place and get our jobs back at the animal lab.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, they're orcs, so what, were they humans? Wait, they used to work in an animal lab, like a zoo or something? Or just a laboratory? Were they human until they were turned into orcs? If it was true, that'd be dark. Well, that's not the first time Power Rangers can be dark, but I'll leave the link down below of Saber Sparks' countdown video of the darkest Power Ranger episodes. And then Barbossa's just getting tired of this, leaves, like, screw you guys, I'm going home. Much to Toxica's, I guess that's that is the female Power Ranger villain's name. It's shock and horror, and then we see Doofenshmirtz opening the portal to the second dimension. Really? Where he finds his new ally, which is himself. That's actually what it says down there. Hold on. Doof finds himself a new ally in the form of himself? Question mark? It's kind of, yeah, that's basically. So hold on, I actually like this reaction he got better. Okay, the second dimension. That's a Disney Channel original movie, which is Phineas and Ferb. You know, that series and stuff, where he gets help from Phineas and Ferb, not knowing he's an evil scientist, to go to a portal to a second dimension, which is where they're going to now. Which is much different, because at first it was a chair he spotted, which they entered. Turns out they are in the other dimension where Doofenshmirtz rules all a tri-state area. Kind of like it's a very dystopian, basically kind of like 1984 sort of way. So here's his reaction. Wow, this is weird. It's basically what it sounds. The way his lips move, it's basically what he's saying. Well, it's a couch. I guess when you muted it, it makes it more like this when he spots himself in the other dimension. Like, wow, this is weird. Even he finds this weird. Which I doubt there's gonna be other characters that are in the second dimension. Because imagine Jafar meeting himself. You know how confusing that'd be. You can't tell which is which. And hold on, I guess we got oh yeah, Toxica is asking how did that go again? I keep makes a deal with Silva that he'll go after Barbossa and trade for the treasure beyond dreams. Ah. And then we see Frollo is passing judgment on these two characters from Brother Bear. I guess they're just tired of Frollo and now they are questioning of his actions. Uh-huh. Hold on. I can't even hear what he said. And the way he executes them in the judgment way, it's just graphic. Hold on. Oh dear. I mean, yeah, in the movie he did such horrible acts because, well, he was consumed by his lust for Esmeralda, which has caused him to burn everyone in Paris. But in the war, he's doing atrocities because he's possessed by Chernabog. And hold on. And he burns a windmill where he burns. Oh dear, I mean, I would have thought these two would have survived. They would have got themselves out of there and recruit some anti-heroes or the reform characters like Kronk, Iago, Anastasia Tremaine. And maybe they can even recruit Amos Slade if he would have returned from the dead along with Chief and Copper. Yeah, it would have been the Disney anti-heroes versus villains. That would have been cool. Eesh! This definitely does look like he gives out a rape face. And now for the next fight is Liquidator and Bushwood versus that Legend of Tarzan villain, McTeague. So, Khan, after hearing that there was a burglary in his archives, decides to strike back with Bushwood and Liquidator and sends them to somewhere in Africa where McTeague is making like the mines. Okay, that's an odd way to have a mission for them. I basically remember in Legend of Tarzan is that they basically like, I don't think it's mines, I think they were just doing like the oil company, which is basically poisoning the lake. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there are other people on the island other than Tarzan. I mean, I'm just saying, I never read the books. Oh, way to flood them. Oh, my little flower plenties. Kaboo! And there's a beanstalk. Came out of nowhere. Okay. shouldn't you cut to black instead and then go to this? That just leads to confusion. Okay, next fight is Vanitas versus Rinzler. Oh, now to make this next step for Xehanort's plan, he gets to fight against Rinzler, who is basically Tron reprogrammed by Clue. Dude, how long have you been in the CGI realm? That's a good question. What, has he been working for the MCP longer than Clue or something? I don't know, or... It's an interesting fight, a battle between two people behind the mask. One is the evil counterpart, the dark side of Vanitas, while the other is just Tron, who was reprogrammed as Rinzler. Hiya! Even though he can't talk, of course, but I just thought I'd make a hiya, like he's doing karate. Yeah, even I'm confused.
Have to join together.
Yeah, even I'm confused. Why does he look like an evil version of Sora when he's supposed to look like Vanitas? Oh, he's gonna merge himself into Vanitas. Hold on. Now Rinzler, or Tron, is no longer himself. Now he's Vanitas. Yeah, Vanitas is now possessing Rinzler. Yeah, it's kind of scary when you think about it. Yeah, now they're both one and the same. So wait, would that mean if Rinzler is now possessed by Vanitas, or Vanitas is now inside of Rinzler? Would that mean he would go to the live-action universe? That actually could work. So Vanitas wins the next fight. The Sorcerer Society versus the Mirage's Alliance. So Maleficent sends out the Sorcerer Society to tag on the Underworld forces, since, she believed that Hades is now getting all boogie with Mirage all of a sudden. And she wonders how they got here. Hold on. I love that joke from the movie. I'm glad you kept that there. Come on, it's pretty funny. I like how it's basically Mirage is asking them how did they get to the Underworld, which is the same question. How did they? And Yzma's like, wait, that's a good question. How did we, Crunk?
Oh, you got me. But all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Huh. That's weird. Oh well, back to business. I'm just glad that you kept it in there, Mr. Dark. Yeah, that's your username now. So Mirage sends her alliance after them, along with a giant crystal. Whoa, that's a big old diamond! This is what Yzma's reaction. Ooh, that hurt. On bombs away! Well, his skulls are basically bombs, kind of like when Green Goblin uses pumpkin bombs. I guess it's the same with I Am a Ghoul, but with skulls. And she's a rhino. Oh, you want to play rough, do ya? Huh. Strong enough to take down that crystal. Hold on. And Moserat turns Queen Law into dust. Man, that's dark. She's dust again. And she's mad. Now some of them retreats. Okay, if this wasn't Disney, we would have imagined Madame Mim just flipping her off with a middle finger, like, finger. Giant bombs away! And that was a good fight, so I'm going to stop right here. So see you guys in the next part, but yeah.